First opened in 2017. There's a look at the beautiful state-of-the-art Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in Atlanta, GA. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Atlanta Falcons. Just about time to rock as toe gets ready to meet leather. And we are underway from Atlanta. Here comes Marquez Stevenson now from his end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Ready.
Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. Oh, he's got a little daylight. There he goes, left side. The 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Brady going to bring the Bucs up with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Koo now for the point after. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Brady's throw, and he fumbled it. It's on the ground. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. They don't care if it was luck or skill. But the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Brady, he's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
He completes this to Russell Gage. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, he's going to make a play for me. I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Brady now on first down. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick six just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Second down, they go again with Henry. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Brady to throw. And he's got it. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Derrick Henry, his 25th touchdown. Tying him at Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Bucs have got it back to within a score. Ryan Suckup on for the point after. And that one makes it 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Stevenson now, he's going to bring this out. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive as they watch the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep them?
He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 30 big ones. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them. And boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
On second down, this is Edmonds. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down.
Come on, set. Cover 38. Ready.
Back to throw. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 29-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. Now we'll run straight ahead with Edmonds. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Ball at the 9 on second and 8. They'll run with Edmonds again. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
They're going option play on third down. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Desmond Ridder taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Falcons go up by 2 touchdowns. So they're down in the red zone. They opt to utilize his legs instead of the arm. It works out pretty well.
I like what they were thinking there because in most situations now, defense is accounting for all the other runners on the field and, of course, for pass plays. But the quarterback position, oftentimes it is unaccounted for. Offense coordinator felt it, dialed it right out.
Inside the red zone, is this something teams should maybe, depending on the quarterback, do more often?
Definitely. If you've got a quarterback who can actually move it with his legs, that's an extra option and an extra weapon for you. I think they should utilize it more often.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
On second down, here's Henry. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on third. Now Brady. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
4 minutes to play here in quarter number 2. They'll run forward with Henry, and nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. They'll start out here with the option left. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. A little do-it-yourself run right there, and a nice game.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Let's go now.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. They'll pitch it to Robinson. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. 84 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Here's 2nd and 1 now from the 7. And a quick throw here that's complete. Touchdown Falcons! Olamide Zaccheaus, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it. But I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because the reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case they failed. Now the pressure, back on their offense to pick themselves up and negate the touchdown that was just given up.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Brady. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's
I am.
miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. Brady to throw for it on 4th down. They're trying for Washington, but the pass intercepted. Picked up by Richie Grant. And the Falcons are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48.
And they'll run the option to start the drive.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Kyle Pitts, 39 yards.
Well, partner, I mean, if anybody was still questioning whether or not he had an NFL caliber arm, I think you can toss that right out the window. That was a heck of a throw right there.
I would agree totally. Question it no more. This rookie, big-time throw right there. Great poise, stepped up, trusted he could lay it in there perfectly, and he knew that his guy was going to make the catch on the other end. Nice collaboration.
Now Lewis selects to return it.
Oh, and Lewis lost the football, and the Falcons grab it. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
Starting to get the sense throughout the league that more of the special teams coordinators give their guys the green light to bring the ball out because everyone wants big plays to happen. I don't know if that philosophy will hold after that era there, turn it over that deep in their own territory.
Do guys go rogue there a lot based on feeling?
I think a lot of them just sense that they can make a play and make a huge one to help their team. And they have to have that athletic arrogance about themselves. And every now and then, though, it'll cost them. And that's what we just saw there.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
On third down, they run with Edmonds, and he'll get nothing out of that one. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Koo knocks this one through the post, and that will extend their lead even further. So everything else has gone right in this first half. Kind of follows that it would for their kicker, too, as he adds 3 more onto the lead.
Yeah, and the way that this one's gone, definitely not looking like he's going to have to worry too much about pressure kicks late in the game. He can go out there free and easy, just work on his form, and he knocked that one through.
Now Lewis selects to return it. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Brady. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. These two teams, they met in Tampa earlier in the year with the Bucs prevailing in that one. So a win here in Atlanta would give them the season sweep. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. And they'll begin by running the option. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. And they had just picked it off to get the football. They fumble it right back. I looked over to both sidelines. A lot of scrambling to find the helmets.
Yeah, you can almost, you know both sides are screaming sudden change. Because when sudden change happens, that's a defensive call to get back out on the field. There's been a fumble, so an interception, some type of a turnover. You've got to get back out there and play. These guys just want to get to the bench and gather themselves and regroup a little bit. Let's see if these offenses can settle in and start taking care of the ball a little bit better.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete. But the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. 1st and goal. lose yardage here. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Now Brady. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Falcons will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
They go play action here on first down. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. And when you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
Here we go.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On play action, they'll throw. They'll roll him out right. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hopefully they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
Here we go.
He'll decide to keep this once more. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The first half, no contest. What will the second half bring? As we are back and underway on EA Sports. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They keep it with Henry on first down. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. 2nd and 9 from the 44. They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. Throw left side. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. There he goes, right side. And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD. So now our referee looking at the sideline saying, are you sure? But yes, this defense has accepted the penalty. So that means they will not take possession on the fumble recovery. Well, not sure why in the world you do that, but that is apparently the decision. Now Brady bounces forward on the jet sweep. And Down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. To throw on 2nd and 6. Brady completes it again to Gage. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Fournette, a first down carry. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Henry. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Henry again. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone. So it's 3rd and goal, and now the question, can this Falcon defense stand tall once more? Here's Henry, and this time he is in. Yes. Derrick Henry with career touchdown number 94. He ties both Jerome Bettis and Priest Holmes on the all-time list. And the Buccaneers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. So what can Brady do here as he'll lead his guys up to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. From the 6. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Ready.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Robinson here. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Robinson now off the option. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll set up to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders. Well, he was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
One quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up.
Touchdown, Falcons!
Another touchdown through the air for them, and for this rookie quarterback at the helm, he has put them in a great position, Charles, to get the victory in this one.
He's absolutely taken charge. Every touchdown for them has come via his arm. 0 rushing touchdowns, no special teams, no defensive scores. All him throwing the football. He's in cruise control right now, and so is his team.
Koo for the extra point.
And the lead is now an even 30.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
A shotgun give to Fournette. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on 2nd down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Here's Brady. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Throwing now is Brady. And this one caught by Cameron Brate. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 42. Inside handoff, Henry.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Again, it's Henry. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. On play action, it's Brady. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked up by Rashaan Evans.
He's at the 40. Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Brady now to throw. He finds his target. It's Evans. They find some open field here. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
So still throwing here in the fourth quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
Now the Bucs offense will stay out there as they'll go for two. Brady's going to look to throw. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They're in control here as they start 1st and 10 and appearing to have righted the ship following that 2-game losing streak. And he is going to lose yardage here. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Multiple players getting home for the 1-yard sack.
How many times have we sat with coordinators, and especially the defensive guys, they've talked about big plays, sacks. They often come in bunches. Well, it may not be a bunch here, but that is the 3rd sack of the game for them.
And around the sack 3 or 4, I would think it starts to get in the quarterback's head a little bit.
Not just the quarterback, the offensive play caller, the offensive line, knocks people off balance and changes what they normally do.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 15. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll be incomplete as it's knocked away. But a penalty flag is down. So who's this going to be on? So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it. Brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw.
Well, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Carlton Davis picks it.
And the Bucs are going to take possession of the football.
He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
So after the INT, it's Brady. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Casey Hayward.
And the Falcons will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning.
On the double.
Second and long. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Vita Vea picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Ritter and the Falcons need an answer, and a big play here on 3rd and long following the sack.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
Joe Tryon. That's now back-to-back sacks, and it brings up 4th down.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with 1:25 left to go in the contest. Here's Bradley Pinion now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. An update now, a bit of a surprise going on at FedEx Field in Washington.
And it's the Commanders that have now taken the lead there late.
If they hang on, that would up their win total to 5 on the season so far. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, it's Brady.
They'll swing this out to Fournette. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Now it's 2nd and 9.
Brady going to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee you he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. To throw is Brady. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th.
And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a 1st down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Again, they'll throw with Brady. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, but it looks like a Buccaneer was able to corral it. Yes, the Bucs have it. Tampa Bay keeps the possession.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off season. But on game day, you both want to show